Hey guys, how's it going today? Hope you're doing really good. We're in the shop today. We need to clean the shop today. It's a mess. This only takes minutes, and you got tools scattered everywhere. I can't work like that. But anyway, what we're doing today is we're getting ready to order some pickups for this base that I'm working on. And you can see these are soap bar shaped pickups, okay? And there's not a lot of good options out there for replacement pickups of that shape. So if we measure this pickup, right? Trying to do this on camera. Let's call it 71 point. I think it was 25. Let me get on there again. Let's just call it 70. Pretty close anyway. So let me roll this back to about 70. And a little over 70. But anyway, it's not going to matter. So we're going to try putting some Fender Precision pickups in that base. Now, as you can see, that will obviously fit in that cavity. And if we measure the width of one of these pickups, we're looking at about 28 millimeters. Let's just call it that roughly. Now let's check the width of one of these. And we're looking about the same. So that's good. Now we know the width is right, and the Fender Precision pickups of that style will fit in this cavity, okay? The cavity's actually longer than it needs to be, and the width is pretty much the same. So what's going to happen is these don't have the dog ear on the end of the pickup like these do, okay? You see this little shape here, and of course they hide all the gaps with the pick guard. We're not going to do that, so the next thing would be to kind of measure, like, get a rough measurement from like screw to screw. Let's call that like 58. Now I want to check these. Boy, that's pretty handy right there. So we know that distance is correct. Here's another distance I'm going to check too, because we need the strings to be aligned over the pole. So let's just go like roughly center of the screw hole and center of the first magnet. Now let's come over here, and that's pretty much the same. Okay, so now we know the distance between the screws is the same, and the distance between the screw and the center of the first magnet is the same. So the string's going to be aligned correctly over the pickup. That's something you want to check. So at the end of the day, what we're going to do here is this, because we're going to have a little gap on the end of each pickup in the cavity, probably like, probably that much, maybe a quarter of an inch. This will be all closed in by the pickup, and we're just going to have a little gap on the end. Now, I have guitars that are like that. What you do is you paint the inside of this cavity black, and we'll be able to put that Fender P-style pickup in there and adjust it and do what it's supposed to, and everything should line up correct. That's the biggest thing. You really need to take measurements before you order anything. In any case, it's these are cheap. You get it at Harbor Freight. They're inexpensive for a set of calipers. I'm going to show you a guitar I have that's set up that way. Let's take a peek. Okay guys, this is a Hamer Chaparral guitar that I have. and it came from the factory like this. They just mounted the pickup down inside and painted the cavity black. Kind of a cool look. Uh, that's basically what's going to be like on the base. It won't be quite that much distance, and it'll be closed in across the whole length of the pickup on both sides, really nice. So all in all, that's going to look pretty respectable, I think. You may be able to see, like I said, a little distance on the end of the pickup to the cavity, but once we paint this black, it's going to be all right, and we'll be able to put a nice set of pickups in this thing. Like I said, check the distance between the screws, check the distance between the screw and the pole, and your pole distances as well. Now, that's a pretty common distance, Most pickups are going to be similar to that, but until you get into 5-string and that kind of thing. So our next move will be to paint this cavity black. So whatever is exposed will just look like it was from the factory like that. And we'll be off to the races. Other than that, I got a couple other little projects I'm working on. But first and foremost, I need to clean up the shop and get my tools organized again and regroup. That's the perils of doing this stuff, and it's just what it is. But in any case, I've been looking at some nice pickups. I found some Seymour Duncan 1/4 pound pickups, and I've also been looking at some Fender True Custom Shop 1/4 pound pickups, for a precision style setup. So we'll keep looking around. I'm going to try to get those ordered maybe later today. And the bridge should be here soon. I'll get that put on, and we'll get it rewired and put it back together and see what we got. All right, guys, there's just a few tips on, replacing pickups, some things you want to measure and look out for before you order anything. And make sure you get the measurements on the pickups that you're buying. That's very important, too. Okie doke, guys. We'll see you soon. Be good.